Today, I'm going to take from my experience trying to grind to the top in the scene for Counter-Strike and give you everything that you need to know in order to tackle some of the self-doubt and struggles that you are going to face along the way in your journey to the top. I don't care if you're a new player to the game, kind of an intermediate player learning the ropes, the basics, having fun, or someone joining their team for the first time, or a competitor going at the international level. I have been there. I've done that. I've lived through all these different experiences, and I know the struggles that you are going to face. This isn't speculation. This isn't me wondering if this is something that's going to be useful or not for you. This is purely advice that will help you understand how to unleash yourself in the server, because I don't care how many thousands of hours, what mechanics you've built, how good you think you are. If you can't tackle what's going on inside of you, you're never going to be able to be the player that you think that you can be. So before we get into today's video, guys, it's a very good topic, but I have to give you a message from the sponsor so that I can pay the bills. I appreciate it if you watch it. The sponsor of today's video is SkinsMonkey, an automated CS2 trading site with a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 for one $100 trade. They offer an instant way to get new skins, 24/7 live chat support, and multiple skins in their inventory with so many great filters to get exactly what you like. Right now, they are doing a Christmas event and they are giving out a free gift to everyone. You can get a completely free CS skin, up to 50% deposit bonus, or a free balance to use on the site. The first gift is absolutely free and you can earn more and more gifts depending on how much you trade on their site. In addition, they are also running an advent calendar. This is your chance to be entered in raffle tickets, get deposit bonus and XP on the site. There's just so much good stuff out there for everybody. Please celebrate the holiday season by using our partner SkinsMonkey. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching that. So the mentality that we have to have, the worst thing that can happen inside of a game, and I know this because if you look at my HLTV, my worst games are because of this. I guarantee you every single one are because of this. No excuses, nothing. It's because I did not play my game and I was fearful. I was scared. I made the game bigger than it was. I made my opponents into something that they weren't. You have to have respect for your opponents. You have to have respect for the game. But guys, you should never be sitting there fearful of what your opponents are going to do. You should never be sitting there worrying about what could go wrong, all this, that, right? And if we are worrying about what could go wrong, it's in a productive way so that we can problem solve and proactively think of solutions. What's going to happen when you get in some of these big games, and I'm sure you've already realized this because this is something that will happen from day one of you playing Counter-Strike, is you're going to get in these games with maybe some ideas, some things you want to do, and then the live game starts happening. Things are happening so quick, things are flying at you, all this stuff, and you clam up and you go into your shell and you start hiding in corners. You start playing so passively. Every reposition, every crosshair placement, everything you're doing feels like you're doing it wrong. You might be, not in the place you're supposed to be. You shouldn't be clearing that. You don't know if you, and then you freeze and you don't move and you sit there. This fear is going to get you killed. This fear is going to make it so that your team loses. And in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I'm going to lose this game. I'm going to lose this game, right? Your teammates could be winning. The game could be going good, but you are struggling and you're sitting there just praying that they don't come to your bomb site. But let me ask you a question. When you're flowing and feeling good in a game, do you sit there and hope that they don't come to you? No, you want the challenge. You want people to go to your site. If you're a B player in a game that feels so good, you've been farming, you just got an ace in the game and 2-3Ks, you're like, please come to my site. I want to farm you. I want to do all these things. You have some creative ideas floating around. You're bouncing around, doing all these crazy things, and you're feeling good, right? Now, obviously, we're not going to be able to play at that level every single time. This isn't a video just telling you that you need to play better and do all these things, because you're not going to be able to play better all the time. There's some problems that you're not going to find the solution to in the moment. So here's the thing. If you failed and in the moment you weren't able to problem solve and do all these things, I want you to, at least after the fact that you've got destroyed, you had 0 kills, you had 20 ADR, whatever it is, whatever sad performance you had, where you let your team down, you let yourself down, I want you to reset from it. Don't worry about it in the short term, right? Do what you need to do with your team, with yourself. I want you to revisit that and watch yourself and watch the other team play a day later, right? Objectively, without having any emotion left, and without, feeling the mental drain of it. When you're able to get to that point, I want you to watch it back and learn from all the bad things you're doing. Remind yourself, why am I sitting in a corner? Why am I not taking this risk? Why am I not doing the things that I know I can do? And then in your next battle, in your next game, don't let it negatively drain on you, but be like, look, I sat in van instead of moving 4 rounds in a row because I was terrified. Force yourself to problem solve. Write down the notes of what you think you need to do. If you don't know, have somebody else work with you. Guys, I work with so many players to help them break through stuff just like this. And it's stuff as simple as, bro, you need to move. You need to get active. You need to do these things. So identify it after the game. That's awesome. That's amazing. But also, guys, if you can take a pause or you can do something in the game to actually try to reset yourself and get back into the game, that is huge. But sometimes it's just not our day. Sometimes we're facing a battle that is bigger than us. But remember, this is a 5v5 game. This is not a 1v1 game. This is not a 1v5 game. I don't care if you're carrying, bottom fragging, what it is. If you start to struggle, if you start to go down this bad slippery slope in your mental, at least do something for the team. You're not going to be able to always play good. You're going to be in your own head sometimes. But if you can do things like, look, guys, I'm having a bad game. I need some help. Can I just entry out here and die for the team? Can I die for the cause? I've played in some events online and some tournaments with a coach, and the coach drops 50 ADR. He's statistically like the worst player ever. But because there's no pressure on him and because he knows his job is just to run in and die, and we know our job is to trade him, even though he's not going to be a fragger, he's not going to be good at the game, he has so much value for us. That's what you need to understand when you're having these bad games. I'm having no value shelling up, clamming up, going into my shell, doing all these things. I need to find some value by getting active. Ask your teammates for flashes. A lot of times we start lacking communication in these moments. We sit there and we're overthinking anything, so our communication gets really bad. Go back to the basics, guys. Go back to the basics and do what you are good at. We've built skills over the years that we're very talented at. We know what we're doing. And remember, the enemy does not know more than that they actually know. They might have a read on you. They might know kind of some of your tendencies, but that doesn't mean they have wall hacks. That doesn't mean that they're, know everything that's going on, right? So remind yourself that the enemy does not know everything. They hit a lucky shot. They spammed you through a smoke 2 rounds in a row. Okay, that's life, right? And now I know all the comments are like, well, dude, they're cheating. They're all this stuff. Maybe. In the matchmaking, face it, maybe, right? But who cares? Move on. Do your best, move on, report them. Good. But if this is a league environment, a big game or something, they don't know more than you think they do. They don't know anything. They don't know anything more than you're giving them. So stop giving them the respect of thinking these guys are so good and anything I do, they're going to punish. It's all up here. If you go into every round saying they're going to punish me, they're going to know where I'm playing, they're going to know this, I can't do this because they're going to be ready for it, then you're not going to do anything. You're going to play standard and they're going to be licking their lips because, dude, this guy's in his head. Look, he's doing the same thing everyone. He's starting the round super passive. I've been abused as an opper so many times by doing that. I've abused other oppers by doing that. I'm like, guys, this opper is so scared right now. He's only playing window on Mirage, and if we smoke him off, he's useless, right? And so I've been on both sides of the coin, and I know how mental the game is. And if you can recognize that in your opponents, it's over, right? So for you, I don't want you to show that fear. I don't want you to play safe, because that's the biggest misconception I see all the time. People think when they're playing bad that they need to play safe. And while it's true, you shouldn't just be holding W and running through apps and giving your life away, right? Like, oh, 4v5 from the beginning. But don't play careless, but you still have to take risks, because inherently when you play passive, when you just sit back on site and do that, you are playing risky. I have a lot of players I coach where they start playing bad and they'll start the round off by sitting all the way back here like this. And I'm like, guys, sure, you're playing safe, but that's actually so risky how you're playing, because say the round plays out and 4 guys start to walk out here. Now 4 guys get to walk out here and you take contact on them at this moment. Once they kill you, they have sight now. Versus if we're still playing active, we're doing our thing, spotting, whatever. Our teammates are like, oh, nobody's out mid, be careful B. Take contact, do our thing, and play the round out. At least now we spotted them all the way back here, right? We spotted the guys trying to run out B at this moment. So it's not always going to be that simple. There's going to be a lot of fog of war, a lot of bad things going on. It's not as simple as, oh, they're going to come B, so be ready. I understand that. But just don't overplay it. Don't overthink it and think you're playing safe by playing passive, because you're actually playing extremely risky, because you're hurting your team. They know you're playing weak. They know you're struggling, and they're going to abuse you, and you're letting them abuse you. You're letting them get all the way out here. And also, guys, last reminder before the end of the video, your opponents do not have better aim than you think. They are human just like you. They might hit some nut shots. They might have more hours than you. They might have a crazy highlight reel you've seen on YouTube, but they have a hand. and a mouse and a keyboard just like you. They're not robotic. They're not doing anything crazy. They're not cheating. They're not some AI overlords here to change the scene, right? They're human. So don't give them the respect of being better than human, because they are just human at the end of the day. All these things, good things to think about. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. Just don't overthink it. Don't get in your own head. Don't be depressed about yourself. Care about the results and understand. I do get that losing does suck. No one wants to. I hate it. I hate losing so much, but grow from it, learn from it, feel the emotion, and then become better. Thank you guys for listening to this rant. I hope that this helps somebody out there. It's a crazy video. If you want to help me out, subscribe to this channel, and please check out my second channel where I do full-on coaching videos, long form and short videos. For those of you that want to grow and see specific advice, it would mean a lot. And you made it to this point in the video, so I know you'd love that channel. Appreciate all of you guys. Thanks for being there for me. I hope I can continue to be there for you. I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out. Peace out.